Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Stock Market Show. This is your host, Shades. As always, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, especially if you're new to the channel. Helps out. I'm looking to get to 10K now that I've been growing ever so rapidly. Now, let's get on with the show here. Bitcoin. We're here to talk about Bitcoin. Why are we talking about Bitcoin? Guys, this doesn't make sense, right? Strategic reserve for Bitcoin, among other cryptos. And it dropped to a low of 78K. Right now, we know that Trump is what's causing the markets to move. It's been happening since, let's go back in time here. When did that election happen? Was it November 5th? Was it November 5th? That's crazy. It's been that long already? So, I just want to show you something very interesting. November 5th, what happened here on NVIDIA? Okay, yes, Trump won, right? And then we just kind of kept going sideways until we finally started trending to the downside. So we look at Bitcoin itself. See, if tech is struggling, usually Bitcoin is struggling. So let's look at what happened on November 5th. Trump won. Boom. We skyrocketed to 100K. And then we pulled back 100K. Again, we tried to break out here to a new high. It did not happen. And instead, we just kind of went sideways here until finally we started dropping again, despite the fact that we have a crypto reserve and there's going to be a crypto summit on top of that. The last time crypto as a whole was under, or Bitcoin itself was under that purple line here, this 200 weighted moving average, was way back here, June 25, 2024. And that was nothing more, as you can see, that was nothing more than an opportunity to accumulate for when it goes back above that purple line. Or even better, once it goes into a crypto bull market, whatever you want to call it, it just goes way above this purple line. Like, it just goes way above it and it just runs. Like, when crypto runs, it's insanity. And I love it. And that's why I'm here for it. So anytime it goes under that purple line, it's been nothing more than opportunity, right? Nothing more than opportunity. Nothing more than opportunity. So I'm accumulating here, and I think I'm giving it a buy. You want to buy when no one wants it. People want it up here. Yeah, good luck. I'm buying down here. So Bitcoin, I mean, even doggy, I guess, if you want to buy doggy. I ain't buying no doggy. But for those of you who like doggy, whenever it goes under that purple line, it's a buy. Just got to accumulate it and sit on it. Then when the hype comes in, it's going to run again. Riot stock, a Bitcoin mining stock that is very volatile because it follows Bitcoin. You can see here it went from a low of 6 to 15 for a nice 100% plus, pulled back to that purple line and touched $10, then bounced again for another 40%. Well, guess what, my friend? Now it's down to $8, and I've been alerting that one in the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, feel free to join. Patreon.com/shadesandtrades. I do have a March Madness discount going on. I think it's only available for the first 7 days of this month, or maybe it already expired. I don't remember. But we have been accumulating Riot stock. Like, we're all in on Riot stock. You can also buy Aura stock. They both tend to follow each other. If you were around during the bear market of 2022, you might recall that Mara and Riot were actually at the same share price at one point. But the point is, in that bear market, no one wanted it at $3. Oh, now everyone wants it up here, all the dummies, at 30. So buy right here when it's cheap. So I've been buying some Mara too. But Riot's really the big one because it's cheaper. And look, the highs are at 30. The lows are down here at 13 to 15. Would you rather buy down here or up here? That's my question to you. This should be fairly easy if you have conviction and you know how to play the game. And I remember saying this, the stock market is not your friend. It is here to screw as many people as possible. And a lot of people have been joining my Discord who are Trump supporters, and they came into my Discord saying, hey, I believe this is going to be the next 4 years are going to be great for the stock market, great for crypto, all that. And I immediately thought to myself, well, if I was the stock market and I'm not your friend, I'm going to destroy you by doing the opposite. So instead of getting a Trump pump, we're going to dump. And that's exactly what's been happening. But the people who don't know any better, they're just going to get destroyed, right? Because they don't know any better. They're just going to see it sell off, sell off, sell off. They're going to see their accounts go red, and they're just going to take the loss and cry or move on or hold the bag, whatever the case may be. But if you're buying the good ones who have strong recovery after a drop under that purple line, or even in a bear market here, it dropped from a high of 83 to a low of 3, then recovered to 35 for a nice 10x. So anytime this one drops nice and cheap, you want to accumulate it. Mara, Riot, even the ARKB ETF, that's one of my favorite ETFs as well. It's up to you if you want to buy. ARKB obviously follows Bitcoin much more to a T compared to the miners, but yeah, ARKB is another good one if you want to, like, something that literally follows it T for T. Because sometimes Mara, Riot, they'll have earnings or they'll start moving in another direction compared to Bitcoin. Sometimes that happens. There's a little disconnect sometimes. But if you want something that's going to follow it, very well, ARKB is the way to go. And it is what, $90. So I think this one's a buy too. Just under 100, this is a buy. Under 100, this is a buy. What's happening here with crypto is that we're slowly. Let me show you Bitcoin. And let me show you the quarterly chart. And what do you see on the quarterly chart? What do you think of that quarterly? Look at that quarterly chart. It just it keeps going higher. Look at this trend. Like, this is the trend here. Then it got steeper. So not only is the trend to the upside getting steeper, but any pullbacks, any red candles on the quarterly chart is nothing more than opportunity for the next big run. That much is obvious and clear. And again, keep in mind the trend it's getting steeper. Will we one day have a big drop? I'm sure we will. I mean, it dropped here from 50 to 15K. I remember no one wanted it there. And I'm sure those people were kicking themselves once they saw it at 100K. So that's just the name of the game. You buy it when it's cheap, guys. It's that easy. My strategies are that simple. I make my strategies in such a way that anyone, as long as you follow it, you should have no problem making money. Oh yeah, people have asked me about a stop loss. I don't have a stop loss for Bitcoin. That would just be silly, right? Like, think about that for a second. Why would I have a stop loss for Bitcoin? That doesn't make sense. I just showed you the quarterly. Let me show you the yearly. What does this do on the yearly? Since Bitcoin existed, what has it been doing on the yearly chart? It just keeps going up. Any red candle on the yearly, it's nothing more than opportunity for the next big pump. So here's two green candles. So two green candles, red candle. Two green candles, red candle. And then another two green candles. And it just keeps going higher and higher. So it wouldn't make sense to add a stop loss on something that just keeps going higher and higher. When will the party end? We don't know. But I'll tell you this much. Nvidia has been partying for a long time. And since its existence, it just keeps going up. This is the yearly chart for Nvidia. What does it do? It just keeps going up. And the trend keeps getting steeper. And any red candle has been nothing more than opportunity for big money. So if Nvidia can do this for decades, why would Bitcoin not do so? In my opinion. That's my question to you, for the doubters.